I'm Pastor Aaron Harris, and this video is about the importance of investing in yourself. When people come to me and they say they don't make enough money and they want to earn more money, especially when people come to me saying they're making minimum wage or $40,000 or $50,000 a year, immediately what I start thinking about is how you should invest in yourself. Some people making $40,000 a year thinking about, oh, how can I invest in stocks, or how can I invest in this business, or how can I invest in this or that, when really your investments that you're just hoping that you're gonna pick the next Tesla or the next Amazon or the next Apple that's a startup and it's just gonna make you a multi-millionaire, that is not likely to happen at all. Instead, if you want to increase your income, the best thing that you can do is to increase your skills. Now, most people believe when we say increase your skills, that means gain more education. Now, it could mean gain more education, but it doesn't necessarily mean you need to go to a college, or you need to go back to school, or you need to go and get a degree. I was taught growing up that degrees aren't important and everyone need to go and get a degree. And so me, my friends, many people in my family went and we got degrees, only for many people to end up working at Starbucks or to be an Uber driver or Lyft driver, or doing something that you did not need a degree to do in the first place. And the reason they ended up doing this is because you had the education, but you did not have the skill level that people value where they will hire you onto their organization. And so with that, what you want to look at is you want to look at how can you gain skills that people will compensate you for at the rate in which you want to be compensated. Now, you may love vacuuming carpet, for example, and that's your favorite thing to do in the world, but people are not going to pay you a whole lot of money to vacuum carpet. And so if you go get a bachelor's degree in vacuuming carpet, then you're not gonna make a lot of money. Now, that might sound silly to all of you watching, saying there's no degree in vacuuming carpet, but I think about there are certain degrees that people can get, communication degrees, a lot of art degrees, where starting off, they're not expected to make very much money at all. And so what people do is they go and they end up getting these degrees only to not get a job afterwards. So then when you're looking at skill, you need to make sure that you're looking at, okay, if I'm taking this training, if I'm taking this development, if I'm getting this education, where is it going to initially lead me? And make sure that you're going and gaining skills that are going to help you to be able to make more money. Now, one of the best things that you can do is specialize. I'll say that again: specialize, specialize, specialize. A lot of people have general knowledge, but when you specialize in something, then people are usually willing to pay you more for what you specialize in. That's why physicians in certain specialties are able to make more compensation, more money. A heart surgeon, a brain surgeon, right, is able to make more because they have a specialty that not everyone else is able to do. And you can break this down into any field. I think about someone who does taxes. There are people that get $50 or $100 every tax return that they do, and there are people that get $100,000 for every tax return that they do. And the only difference between the two people is one of them specialize in something and the other one doesn't. One person has a specific expertise, they're knowledgeable and they're skilled, where the client feels like the value that you're going to add to me, you're going to save me millions of dollars through your knowledge, through your skill, through the value that you add. So I'll happily give you $100,000 to help me with my tax problem, where the other person on the flip side, they don't have that same knowledge or skill set or specialty. And so if I were going to help with taxes, I may go into real estate taxes. And so people will come to me with their real estate problems, or I would go into a specific areas. And it's the same thing with no matter what you are doing in life. There are people that are making money on the low end and people making money on the high end. There are people who are waiters, and there are some waiters at a fast food restaurant making minimum wage, and there are some waiters at Michelin restaurant, 5-star restaurants, that are making a couple hundred dollars in tips, not including the money that they get, and they're making a lot of money. And so if you're looking at what's the best investment you can make, what's the best return on investment that you can have, is to always invest in yourself, to get more knowledge for yourself, to get more skills for yourself, to get more education for yourself, to put yourself around successful people. That's one of the best ways to invest yourself, is to surround yourself by people that are doing what you want to do. If you want to be a successful real estate agent, then what you should do is you should get around successful real estate agents and you should learn from them. And then what happens is you will end up getting those skills, or you'll learn some things that hopefully you can apply that will help you to be able to be more successful. And so when people are coming to me and they're saying, what's the first investment that I should make, especially when they don't have a good income or decent income, but their income is really low, then I'm really looking at ways that they can invest in themselves so that they can increase their income, and then by drastically increasing their income, then they can go and start investing in other opportunities so that their resources, their finances, their money will be able to benefit from exponential growth. But the first thing you have to do is look at yourself and invest in yourself. And so looking at you, where you are in your life, what is it, the career that you want, or the job that you want, or where's the position that you want to be in the future? And you have to ask yourself, how have you been investing in yourself to set yourself up to get there? Even if you're in college or you're going to school, well, you should also be volunteering and get an education, and you should also be making connections and making sure that you're working in the field that you want to be in, and that you're continually developing those skills so that your resources, so that your income will be able to grow exponentially once you start working in that field. And the way it will do that is if you're going and if you're adding value. But the way that you add value is you start separating yourself by the skills that you have. That's why if you look at professional football or basketball, there are some people making the league minimums. There are some people making the league maximums, right? Whereas you have some people that are getting paid a ton of money, and some people that are still getting paid good money, but not nearly as much as the top people. And the only difference is their skill level. So wherever you are, whatever field you're in, you want to be the most skilled that you can be. There are secretaries making six figures and secretaries making minimum wage, assistants making six figures, assistants making a minimum wage. You can be successful in just about any field, but what you have to do is you have to learn how to become a specialist in that field in order to increase your income. And this was so important to me because I'm just talking to people and seeing people and they're wondering why they're trapped in this cycle and they can't get ahead. But the key is that they're offering something that hundreds of thousands of people can offer, that anyone could easily go in and learn that skill that they have and offer. And so what they really have to do is they have to sit back and they have to evaluate and they have to learn, how can I specialize? How can I separate myself? How can I put my skill set above the skill set of others in my field? Or how can I pick a specialty that people will compensate me more for? And then when they do that, they'll be able to be successful. And if you don't know how to do it, the best thing that you can do is get around people that are already doing it so that they can show you and so that they can help you. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, I want you to like, I want you to share, comment, let me know what you think. I'll make sure to comment back to you and watch other videos on my page, which is all about financial literacy.